Oh wait,
Oh my
okay,
god.
all right, now we're recording. Okay. All right. Well, I'm so used to the one. I'm so used to how do I say this? Being the one who hosts this thing. So I'm gonna just not.
Do anything.
Not do any. Are we recording already?
Yeah, I don't think you're. I don't think you're. Tap your microphone.
Yo.
I don't think that microphone is on thingy.
Oh damn. Well, I could fix that. How about now? How's that sounding? Is that sounding different?
Tap it. Tap it. Let's see. Even though I know you shouldn't be tapping.
Oh
microphones.
shit. Hold on. Now I can't hear you guys. Hold up.
Oh, I think you changed the output. That's what it was.
Yeah, that's exactly what it was. I can hear now. Okay. How's
Ooh.
There you
this?
go.
Oh wow. You know how you and I have like higher pitch voices? These microphones give us like
Yes.
just a little bit more bass. Just a little bit more bass.
Yo, you have a lower pitch voice than I do, though. I'm not even going front.
It's
All
a
right,
microphone.
guys. All right, guys. How's the vibe? Since we're already recording, I might as well do the little intro, my little spiel. Welcome one and all to another episode of the Angry Barista, a special edition this time because it's my first Zoom call. I had to be taught like a boomer how to fucking do Zoom by Eddin.
You did it though. That was the
Yeah,
point. You did it.
I did do it. Yo, joining me today are none other than the stars of Too Much Internet. I got Eddin and I got Karina
Hey.
right here with me in the building. Not literally in the building, but you know what I mean.
What's up? We're here.
Yo, so I heard this is the first episode where I'm in my own environment and I'm not drinking a cup of coffee.
Oh,
Like,
whoops. Then what am I supposed to do with this?
Well, you can tell me about it. That's how we can start this episode. What kind of coffee?
I knew
you
he
got?
was gonna. I knew he was gonna ask me. I'm not gonna lie. I was gonna do a Dunkin' run. I was gonna do a Dunkin' run before I got here.
Wow.
Not that makes it any
Mhm.
better, but this is what I did. Watch this. Ready?
Okay,
This
check it out.
is a Starbucks Keurig
Mm,
iced coffee
mm.
with I
Mm.
forgot what's the brand with creamer,
With cream.
Okay.
but not creamer with it's just like literally creamer, not like with the heavy sugar, not like caramel macchiato creamer, just creamer.
That whack
Mm.
shit. Gross.
And I think it's
That's-
like soy based.
Ah, damn, like you lost me at Starbucks. I'm gonna be honest. And that was the first word you said.
Yeah, it tastes like it tastes really burnt. I'm not gonna lie to you.
That
It
shit
tastes
is.
like
That shit's like eating the burnt popcorns at the bottom of the bag after you microwave it.
that's funny that you say that because I actually kind of like those pieces.
Yo,
Gross.
ew. Yo, so it's a reoccurring kind of thing on the podcast. Like, and by the way, this isn't even really like a podcast. This is just like a long form conversation. It's like kind of similar to the time that I came on Too Much Internet, to be honest. And that's the way I like it. I just like talking. I like talking to my friends and recording it. That's really the vibes, kind of.
Mhm.
That's basically our podcast.
Yeah, we
Honestly.
just kind of talk, and then I go on a tangent for like 30 minutes, and then she might.
And
have
I'm
something
just
to
like-
say. She might have something to say. Are those our normal conversations? Do I just talk a lot
Yes.
and then you maybe
Basic.
talk?
You're the one
Okay.
talking, and then I'm just like, yeah, sure, okay.
If that works out.
Yo, but honestly, there's OD value in that. Like I find that like to be able to listen to people that you don't necessarily know personally, or even that you know personally, listen to them in like long form conversations with other people, with each other, with themselves. Even I was thinking about doing like a solo episode one of these days because like I had to quarantine after going to Texas.
Ooh, Texas.
Everything is bigger in Texas, including the distance between every single fucking place you need to go to.
Ooh.
Everything is far. Literally everything is far. But no, there is some like not even just some value. I think that there's like massive amounts of value in being able to listen to people having long conversations.
Yeah.
You get to learn something about them, about yourself, or in the best case scenario, in my opinion, the world. You know what I mean?
Right.
If they're really
True.
informed.
I think I ask my
intelligent.
friends like probably the most random of questions at like maybe 11 p.m. at night.
Yeah,
just
it's
'cause I
like
wanna-
1:00 in the morning. You're just like,
I'll be like,
so-
hey, how are you? Like, sometimes I'll randomly ask them how they're feeling. Like, asking Karina how she feels is the worst question. Like, how are you doing today? She doesn't want to tell me. she's just like, why? Like, she feels like I'm up to no good. And then if other people, I'm kind of like, yo, have you ever tried like strawberry Go-Gurt? And then it'll just go on to a whole conversation from there. That's usually what I do.
To be honest, strawberry Go-Gurt, I haven't had a Go-Gurt since I was a seedling. I will tell you that
I
much.
mean, yogurt in a tube.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, it hurts.
Do they
It
still
hurts my
sell
whole
those?
childhood. Yes, they do. It's good though.
Oh,
Oh,
I
yeah.
get it.
All right. I'm gonna buy a
It's great
box
advertising.
soon.
That's what lets you know that advertisement works so well because they're like, look, kids, it's yogurt in a tube, but it's Go-Gurt to go, and everyone's like,
It's yogurt to go.
Yo, what if they put spam in a tube? Would you still eat it? I
I
don't
feel
even
like that
eat
would be
spam
kind
right
of
now.
fire though.
Spam
Yeah.
in a tube.
That what's funny is that now that you said that, I probably would. But if I saw spam in a can, there's just something about a can. Don't get me wrong. I eat canned and processed foods, but there's something
Okay.
about spam in a can that I'm just like, But in
Yeah.
a tube, that's mobile. That's mobile. You seen a hot dog before?
Yeah.
What are you walking around eating, a hot dog or a burger?
Hmm.
Mhm.
Yo, you know what? I feel like I just put people on this podcast to stuff that weird, like niche stuff. It's not so niche anymore, but fucking, you know what YouTuber I've been into since the beginning of quarantine last year? Ordinary Sausage. Did I tell you guys about this guy?
No.
No, but that
What
sounds like
does
my
he
nickname.
do?
He literally, so this guy has sausage making equipment. He has a grinder, like a meat grinder or whatever, and then he has like a this like sort of like sausage packing kind of tube apparatus, and then like he has all this fucking sausage casings, basically like intestines, fucking pork
Okay.
intestines, and he just sausages anything.
Does that turn
YouTube
anybody
comments
off
that-
here? That like sausages and hot dogs are basically just like the most leftovers of leftovers.
Oh
Nah,
yeah,
I still eat
yeah.
it.
Yeah, I still eat
I
it
mean,
too.
hard
I don't care.
not to.
We're disgusting, Jan. I don't think you've realized this.
Yeah. No, it's really hard not to. And I mean, like, yo, it just tastes so good.
It does.
I don't know what makes it taste so good. Is it like I guess it's all the fatty parts and stuff. But so what does he put into the sausage casings?
Literally anything. So sometimes he goes by YouTube suggestions. Like he did I think one of the videos that blew him up is he did an air sausage.
So just a balloon.
Yeah.
He just blew up the casing. He just blew up the casing and then he fried it and miraculously it didn't pop in the pan.
Okay.
And then he took a bite out of it. The whole video is like a minute and a half or like 2 minutes long. Or like less than that even
He
maybe.
made it happen.
He bites the sausage.
Right.
Like, he says something along the lines like that tastes like a pig fart or something. 1 out of 5.
Probably.
And the best part is he rates every
Oh.
single sausage. So he goes on a 1 to 5 sausages type of scale. But
Mhm.
Right.
man, it's good. And some of the sausages he does, like I'm looking at that and I'm like, yo, what? I want to taste that. He did like a brisket sausage. He did the Travis Scott
Ooh.
McDonald's meal sausage.
I'm looking at him. Oh God. Oh, I'm looking at this, and so I forgot that like the encasing is like basically just super clear. So
Yeah.
it looks like he's literally eating a condom. That's literally what it looks like he's eating. But it's for some reason I don't know why I found it when you were talking about it. I was like, that sounds good. I probably would eat the encasing, but then the encasing is just wax, rubber. What is that? What is that made
No.
out of?
It's pig intestines.
Oh, so everything
okay,
just pig
okay.
intestines. Got it.
Okay.
Yeah,
got it.
or it's like not necessarily. I think it depends, right? Like I think there's probably different kinds because us human beings are sick with our fucking development of technology and food.
This
We'll
is how
literally
you and I think so differently. I think we're smart as fuck for doing that.
Yo, honestly, we are smart as fuck for doing that because how else are we gonna eat shit like messy shit? You know what I mean? Like
Think about
No.
this. Like some people can't. We're looking at Apple and be like, that doesn't look good. And then we were like, yo, let's put wax on it to make it shinier. And people were like, wax. And we eat that shit. We eat that
Delicious.
shit.
Yo, and you know what? Like, but here, I have an argument against sausages, right? And sausage casings. Check
Please.
it out. Ethiopian people and some kind of backgrounds and some people from India be eating shit with their hands. You know what I
Right.
mean? Like you don't really use utensils or plates or whatever. And like that's the kind of stuff that goes into sausages.
Yes.
That's the kind of stuff that you would sausage.
That's true.
So you just eat it with their bare hands.
You just eat it with your hands.
I mean, like, you could think of literally any Indian or if you've had Ethiopian food, like think of any
Yes.
Indian or Ethiopian dish that you would have to eat like that.
Mm.
Think in a sausage. Think of that cooked, right? cooked all like crispy on the outside, crispy skin and everything, like super good. The inside's kind of solidified, like the way that you want a sausage or a hot dog. And you
Right.
take that bite, and it's just all the flavors, like the curries and the spices, and
Mm.
the salty.
I'm
But you
trying to
make
find out if I'm like supposed to be turned off by this or not, because I feel like I'll fuck those
This
up.
is
I'm
delicious.
doing
What
an
do you mean?
awful job. I'm doing an awful job. I got
You're
carried
making
away.
it sound great. I'm not gonna lie to you. You're like, yo,
You
imagine
are.
like Indian food, but like just in one location, all in case. I'm like, I kind of would do something like that.
Let's send this to Ordinary Sausage so he could do his next YouTube video where he does like I think he actually did chicken tikka masala sausage.
Word? I want to try that. That sounds dope.
I feel like none of these sound like a terrible idea, and so that being said, I'm gonna.
Do you do like
Chef
a cheese
Boyardee
sausage
sounds
yet?
wild.
Mm-hmm.
Oh no, you know what? I already found one that I know that would be disgusting.
What?
First of all, entire fish sausage doesn't even sound that bad, but banana sausage sounds terrible.
It's just a banana. What do you mean?
You know what's funny is that like anything that's not an actual banana and I'm eating it, I'm like, what the fuck is this? Like, have y'all ever had like banana Laffy Taffy?
Yeah, it's weird.
Not
It's
good.
weird. I don't like it.
You about to tell me that's good, Karina? Banana
It's not
Laffy
good.
Taffy?
It's not good. It's because artificial. If it's an actual banana, I'll eat it.
Yeah. Yo, I
Put
eat
it in pig
bananas every
intestine?
single day.
Every
Ooh,
day?
yeah, every day. Literally every day. One banana, at least one banana every day.
Why do
And
you
that's
why do
it.
you eat why do you eat one banana? First of all, I don't like how you're talking healthy to us. This isn't fat friendly. You gotta be
This
nice
isn't a
to us.
fat-friendly
All
environment.
right, you have to understand we don't take care of ourselves. All right.
Listen,
Why do
listen,
you eat a piece of fruit every day?
listen, because I eat a lot of other bullshit for the rest of the day, so it makes me feel better about all the other
It cancels out. Got it. That's how that
Yeah.
works.
I
It's like,
mean,
dude, you're eating like 13 Big Macs. It's like, dude, I ate my banana today. You're good.
No.
Relax.
Big Macs, bro. Come on. I'm a man of
I can't.
class.
Yeah,
Chicken
it's good.
nuggets.
My bad. You're right. That is disrespectful. I'm not gonna
J
lie.
Balvin meal. I do the
What-
J Balvin meal.
what is in the J Balvin meal? I know the Travis Scott one had like it was like a quarter pounder, but then I had like barbecue.
Barbecue
something.
sauce.
Yeah. It's like a double cheeseburger with like I don't know like it's just some, like basic ass, it's like some random. It's basically like any one of the McDonald's orders any one of us would have made in middle school, and then with J Balvin's name on it.
But no toy,
Yeah.
right?
No
Okay.
toy, which
That's
is the
fucked
worst
up.
part. Yeah, that's literally the worst fucking part. My guys. I am so tired of this fucking COVID shit. Like, I want to be able to go out and do this podcast with.
Did you have COVID
confidence.
yet?
Oh no, and everybody around me's got it too, man. Every
Yeah,
single
we-
person.
Oh, it has got it, as in like right now.
Right
got it?
now?
Like recently.
Well, yeah, I got it. Did I
Not
get it
now.
after? I think I got it way after we recorded our episode together on Too Much Internet. Yeah, that just sucks. Don't get it.
Damn. What is do you have any long lasting effects?
I don't think so. I think maybe I am a little bit more tired than normal, but
Mm.
that's about it. But without some coffee, I don't know what I would do.
Yo, speaking of coffee, I gotta give a light little shout out to this neighborhood coffee shop by me called OK Cafe. I don't really be giving plugs or anything to anybody besides my
Yeah.
friends who I have on here, but I just got a bag of coffee from them. They carry coffee from this coffee roaster that you guys should check out, by the way. They're called damn, why am I blanking out on this? Counterculture Coffee Roasters. They're a little weird. Like
I wouldn't have remembered that either. If it makes you feel better, that's
It's so-
very strong word. Really dope. Really strong worded.
really strong worded, so it's like it doesn't really leave a memorable fucking impression at all. But they got some fire coffee. They're just a little bit weird and stingy about who they sell their coffee to. So you could buy their coffee from a shop that carries their coffee, but say you're a coffee shop,
Right.
like say my dream is to open up this coffee shop with Emily, my fiance, and get her to do books and stuff, so have it be like part bookstore, and then I take care of the coffee shop side of
That's
things.
cute. That's cute.
You know, it's cute. Power
Love
couple move.
that.
Fucking power couple shit. Um, and And so in that kind of scenario, I want to carry coffee from a bunch of different coffee roasters. But
Mhm.
counterculture, they're stingy in the sense that like if you were a coffee shop and you had a bunch of different coffees, they're like, we don't like that. You have to be serving only our coffee, or we're not gonna sell to you.
I'm not that
Alright.
surprised. I'm not that surprised. 'Cause they're trying to just monopolize of your shop particularly. But
Yeah.
they have good shit, I'm assuming. That's why you
It's good, but it's not like it's not better than like some of these super niche, like, yo, there are coffee roasters in fucking Oregon that are roasting coffee so light that shit is basically still green and it tastes like fruit juice.
Yeah,
It's
I
like
keep
all
forgetting
acidic
coffee
shit.
is green at
Mhm.
first. But you know
Coffee is
how I
green?
remembered? You want me to tell you how I remembered coffee is green?
Karina's like, coffee is green.
Because Dunkin' Donuts, yeah, right. It's like green like your hair, Karina. And Dunkin' Donuts is now selling $2 medium green coffees, which is supposed to be
Oh.
extra
Green?
caffeine in it. Yeah.
Like it's actually green?
Mm-mm. So it's like made from green coffee or green beans or Jen, you know better than I do.
That sounds lazy. It sounds like Dunkin' Donuts is like, fuck, what do we do? We gotta make some more money.
We gotta sell more. We gotta sell more coffee. No, it's not even Dunkin' Donuts anymore. Now it's Dunkin'. That's how you know. They were so lazy they had to cut one word off.
They were like, yo, all right, we need a new product. What are we gonna repackage? And yo, let's take the beans, the unroasted beans. Yo, are you sure? Are you sure?
And they probably sell it way more. Well, they're doing their Dunkin' gets me whenever they do their promos. So I was like, I've heard of green coffee before, but you're selling it at $2 a medium. I'm gonna have to do it. Tastes like every other cup of coffee I have. They sell cold brew, right? I'm pretty sure they just put dark roast in there in a thing, and then they put it in the fridge.
Yeah, but I mean, the thing with cold brew is you can taste the coffee in a cold brew, but it's just so far removed from hot coffee that you're just never gonna get the same, like,
It's not the same
a
taste.
hot coffee is like the steam, it carries that smell. You get the smell of the coffee, and like the coffees from different places really do smell different. You know, like a coffees from Africa, generally speaking, or like the mid region of Africa, all those countries in that kind of area, that coffee's mad fruity tasting. It tastes like berries.
Compared to South
Ooh.
American and Colombian
South
or whatever.
American and Colombian coffees are like dark chocolate bitters and like nuts and
Ooh.
peanuts and shit. Like those are the undertones or whatever.
Why
that
do you sound
smell.
excited, Karina? You don't even drink coffee.
You're right. I don't.
So you know what's funny?
But that
Walking
tastes
into
good.
this, I'm glad she had that reaction already because as soon as you were like, "Hey, like I want to invite you guys to come on the pod," I was like, "Dope, that'll be fun." I found it interesting that I don't know we talked to you about this because we didn't know you were going to make a podcast called Angry Barista, which congratulations, first of all.
Thank you.
But she gets tired immediately after having some coffee. Do you have any idea why?
I do.
Oh, you know why.
Oh no, I mean I would like to think it's because my mom fed me coffee when I was like 4 or 5 and just kind of immune to it by now.
Did everyone here as a minority child be like gotten coffee and like injected in them as a child? Like
She gave me coffee to bread right before
'cause-
bed.
yeah, that's
and
I
she was
well,
like,
I
"This
would
is
not
okay."
before bed. Whoa.
Yeah.
But I definitely had it like as a child. Often.
Yo, tell me not being Latino, everything is like coffee before bed, coffee before nap, coffee before like any type of like
Exactly.
And
rest.
it's not even like crazy strong coffee. I mean, unless did you think she gave you Bustelo before? Because I think Bustelo was kind of strong.
I liked Bustelo when I was younger, for sure. I liked Bustelo. But like I think, okay, the reason why you could get tired immediately after a cup of coffee is if you were exposed to it when you were really young, before your brain was like really developed in such a way where like the
Yeah.
proper receptors that are responsible for caffeine are
Yeah,
working
you're
right.
just like, what's going on, guys? This isn't working anymore.
Now you got to do some DMT and then you'll be able to drink coffee normally again.
I would love to see Karina in any hardcore drug. honestly. In any
Bro.
hardcore drug.
Hardcore.
Hardcore. Yo, I mean, okay, look, drugs are bad, okay?
Right.
Drugs are
Mhm.
super bad.
I think
Okay.
we can all
But-
agree with that. Okay.
No, but, and here's my but.
But
Yeah, you have to let him finish.
You gotta give me a second. I do believe in the harmless and even beneficial nature of medical cannabis. I've spoken about it many times already.
okay,
Many
yeah.
times. Many times. Way more times than I should I care to admit.
But that's
But
fine. You're living in the best. We're honestly we are living. If well, I don't know, Karina. You don't really indulge in any drugs,
I can't
but
either.
I mean, you
Oh, wow.
can. You just can't.
Very, very small doses.
I don't think you have an. She might have a potential allergic reaction to the plant. But,
oh, okay. I mean, that's cool too. You don't need it. It's
yeah,
just,
you don't
makes
need
things
it.
fun.
Yeah. But it's like I don't think it's the. I feel like you've had it before and you've been fine. But she does have the worst tolerance for it. Like you get like spiked anxiety type shit.
My fiance and I both have medical cards. I smoke every day. My
Oh, so-
tolerance is way low, so low. It's so low. Like I smoke every day, and the same amount. I'll smoke the same amount anytime. Anytime I sit down to smoke or go, and I'm just like, yo. I'm like, yo.
I smoke this.
I thought I smoked less than last time.
What does coffee do to your high? Because I feel like I've tried to combine both on a work day, right?
Mhm.
To see what would happen, and then I would get too high and forget to drink the coffee. So I'm sure you've actually succeeded. So what does that do to your high?
Strange. It brings about like if you don't overindulge in either, it brings about a strange altered state of consciousness.
Okay.
In which everything is kind of like you feel like the best way for me to describe it is you feel like you're kind of how you think Neo would feel if everything in the world was going like slow-mo and you were going regular
green.
speed.
Oh, okay.
No, not everything's green, but that would be cool too. I'd like to see the numbers and the character, like the Chinese fucking
characters.
That shit was moving so fast. I thought that shit was definitely like Korean or Chinese or something. I'm like, okay, I just don't even know what I'm looking
I
at
guess
right
so. Yeah.
Have you ever seen Clock Stoppers on Nickelodeon?
Was it the movie?
Yeah, the movie.
The dude has a
watch. Yeah, he has a watch and it stops time and then he could do all this shit. It's probably some shit like that. Karina, I'm sure if you saw a still of it, you'll remember in a heartbeat.
Oh yeah, I mean it's not like 100% like that. It's not like you disassociate from like the regular speed of reality or anything. Like it's just you kind of feel like you're moving fast, but you're not anxious. It's like your responses from your like brain, your hand. You're like, oh, I feel like the electrical responses going from my brain to my hand are like
all the neurons, transmitters.
Yeah, I feel like everybody, like all the fucking neurotransmitters got Camaros in my bloodstream or whatever. Like,
so Jan, wait. So how did you come up with this idea for doing the Angry Barista podcast? If you don't mind me asking.
So in an ideal scenario, I would have you guys.
Whoa. Scenario?
Yeah. Well, in an ideal scenario, check it out. Look, get your mind out of the gutter.
I say scenario. I'm sorry.
Scenario. Look, I'm gonna say scenario because I'm overemphasizing my New York accent right now.
That hurts. But yes.
But okay, all right. In the ideal scenario, I would go ahead and have you guys, the two of you, in the studio or in some other studio, with a cup of coffee, and we'd be sharing a cup of coffee together. Because of COVID not really letting us do that right now, this is the second best thing, to be honest. Yeah, like any conversations. But my idea for the Angry Barista was kind of be a place for people to not only kind of get whatever they need to off their chest in a kind of safe environment, but more or less have it be a place that's really showing the idea that I conveyed to you guys earlier on in this conversation about how listening to long form conversations is amazing. Like this, it's like if you really want to get to know the world, listen to the people that you inhabit it with. Like listen to what your fellow man, woman, or whatever has to say about anything. Like just listen to the people next to you. And I think like the sharing a cup of coffee is one of the most conducive things to having a conversation, aside from sharing a joint, which is also a very conducive thing to having a conversation. Like sitting in a circle, like it's that 70s show. That's very why do you think weed is that type of drug? Because it like opens up your brain to have that type of interaction.
It's very communal. It's very
Oh
communal.
yeah. Oh
There's
yeah.
no other drug or like item I know where you're
Mhm.
just kind of like, all right, well, I'm done with my share. Here, put your mouth on this now. I don't
Mm.
know anything else.
Yeah, it's very
Even with like,
ceremonial.
yeah, exactly. Even with like alcohol. Well, now that's great. That's funny that you said that because now I just thought about it. Like when you take shots, it's also
Mhm.
ceremonial. Like everybody,
Everyone takes a shot.
I'm a big person to cling glasses. Like I love clinging glasses to like
Yeah.
acknowledge everyone's here taking a shot, and then I
Mhm.
usually will try to be like, all right, what are we drinking to? And then there you go, bam.
No,
I kind of
that's
miss bars now. Now I think about that.
I miss bars too, kind of, but like and then I remember that I just always used to get anxious in them.
Oh, really?
Oh, D, bro. Like I feel like every time I go to a bar, I'm just like anxious as fuck because it's loud. I can barely hear any of the people I came with. And then if I go with like Emily or something, like and some dude looks at her wrong, I'm gonna be like, oh,
You're like,
I'm
oh.
pretend I don't weigh 130 pounds.
You don't want to see the angry barista.
You don't want to see the angry barista. I'm scrappy. I'll fucking pour scalding hot coffee on you if I have it nearby.
Dude, is that coffee? Like, just so confused.
Do bars have coffee? No, right? That's weird.
I think like super casual bars don't have coffee. Like, but if some only like one bar that I've worked for definitely like did Irish coffees and shit like that.
So they had a
But-
coffee machine that they had to make the coffee with to make the drinks.
Right.
Okay.
Or they probably had like a pre-made brew and then they just like heat it up or like chill it
Mm.
down.
Or you go to
Um,
Dunkin' around the corner, just like, all right, here you go.
Yeah, or you just get it from yeah, exactly. I think I've only
Yeah,
had like
sharing is caring.
one like what's the word for when you put alcohol in a beverage that's not usually
Spiked.
alcoholic?
Spike.
There you go. I've only had one spiked coffee and I it was like a shot. It was like a shot kind of thing.
Mm.
It was kind of
You know what I used to do a lot at City College at the bar across the street from City College. Shout out that bar over there. I forget the name.
Why do I not remember the name?
On that hill.
Oh, there you go.
Girl on the
Oh
Hills,
no,
right?
I don't think we were. Yeah, we weren't trying to avoid saying it. We just didn't
Oh,
remember.
I thought.
Yeah.
I thought-
Shout out,
giving
shout
them
out
their
that bar
money.
over there. But you know what I used to do all the time over there? I don't really drink that much anymore. Just because like my tolerance, something weird happened to where like I didn't drink for a long period of time. Like I'm saying 6 to 8 months or whatever. I didn't drink at all for whatever reason. It's not like I was avoiding it. It's just like
it
life
just never came up,
circumstances.
I guess.
Yeah, life circumstances really just like allowed me to avoid alcohol for whatever reason without me trying. But then when I went back to try to drink, my tolerance was just way lower than anything.
Just plummeted.
Did you test it without knowing you were testing it?
Yeah, I tested it without knowing. I had like 2 beers, not even like testing it. I wasn't like trying to get drunk, but like I had 2 beers and then I woke up the next morning like vomiting, hangover, like
Whoa,
headache, and I was
what?
like 2 beers. 2 beers. And maybe it's like the beer, maybe it's the yeast or some shit, or maybe I'm just a bitch.
No, don't. I was gonna say I mean you are more small framed than both of us.
Mhm.
So maybe, but that's still like
Mm-mm.
the lightest weight
2
I know
beers?
is our friend Travis. He's the lightest weight I know, but I don't think he would have woken up hung over like that or like with vomiting. But
Yeah.
but let it be known, shout out to Travis. We give him like 3 ciders. Like my man is whoopty.
Hammered.
Yeah.
My man's ready to risk it all after 3 mics hard.
He's in another world. That is Travis. You know,
Ooh.
not Travis. But
Fucking,
dang, that sucks.
yeah, no, I mean, I don't know that it's my frame because I was pretty much the same size in college and I was slamming. What I was gonna say when I got sidetracked by this whole tolerance thing is I used to do fucking Jaeger bombs all the time, bro.
Ooh,
I would do like
yes.
3 Jaeger bombs
Love
and
that
drink
shit.
all the Guinness in it too. Like just chug the whole shit, like 3 of them and be good.
Oh my god,
Take the
car
bus
bombs are
home.
crazy, bro. Holy shit. I haven't done
miss
an Irish
Jaeger
car bomb.
bombs.
I haven't done a bomb. Wow. That's wild you said that. I haven't done a bomb in like a year. That's
Mhm.
a crazy ain't that a crazy ass drink? We're like,
It
yo, let's get energy drink. Fill it up to like here. And then you know what? Put Jaeger and chug it. Wow. We're
It's like,
crazy
yo,
people, bro.
it's like people really have to think about ways to get more fucked up than they ever
Yeah.
have gotten. I don't know what it is. Okay, and I am really interested in altered states of consciousness since I mentioned it before, but more in the kind of realm of I like to think about life kind of in this magical sort of way.
Please.
Where it's like I think, really like I'm head over heels falling for reincarnation shit. Like I'm there for that. I think that we live like a bunch of lives. I think that like the human form is something that's like temporary but like super meaningful. Like it means something that we're here. Like we should make something of it and we should learn something from this experience or like or at the very least enjoy it,
Right.
try to find a way to enjoy it. But like I think we do. Like I think like all that shit, like souls and shit, like I fall for that. I'm a sucker.
I don't think that's sucker shit. I get that. But before I say what I feel, what do you think, Karina? Do you believe in reincarnation? Do you think you come back as a person or a butterfly?
20% of me does, and then the 80% is like, I'm just here for now, just chilling.
I like how you didn't even give us a percentile, but you're like, but the 80% of me definitely thinks we're just here. I definitely think about that more so now, because I just became an uncle. So woo.
Yeah, you're very avuncular. I thought you were an uncle already.
What the fuck does avuncular mean?
Avuncular?
I wasn't gonna pretend I knew. I wasn't gonna pretend. You know how intimidating that is, Jan? You're throwing knowledge at me. What does avuncular mean?
I'm just throwing my my fucking SAT dick on the table. It means it literally means uncle like. It's a word for being
really?
uncle-like. Yeah.
Oh,
Avuncular.
I swear I would have never known that. Wow, that's cool.
Avuncular. But you think about this stuff more now?
Yeah. Oh, okay. So the baby's name is Daniel Eddin Dumitrescu, which is the dad's last name. But the reason why I think of that more is like I never understood babies that much because there was never really a baby in the family. Like I mean, there was like my dog.
Except you.
Doesn't really count. Except for me. Yeah, I guess I was the baby, but I was never really
I'm
treated
baby.
as the baby. Yeah, I'm baby. Well, not anymore. But that being said, like, so the baby has my grandpa's name, which who passed last year. So that like thinking of that, I'm like, dang, like if there was any way to pass on a legacy, it's a name, undoubtedly. And him having my grandpa's name is like, it meant so much to my grandma, who when we FaceTime her, she was like bawling, crying. And then the way I found out that the baby's middle name was gonna be different. But then my sister, the day that she went to labor, she was like, yeah, so we're gonna put his middle name as your name. Is that okay? I'm like, yeah, like that's dope as fuck. Like that, I could have felt more connected to that baby more than the fact that this thing came out of my sister. But yeah, that being said, it reminds me, I'm like, you know what? I could see where like, I forgot what belief it is, but there's a belief that I particularly think that people come back within their own lineage or blood.
Oh yeah.
As their selves, but then they just don't consciously know. It's a whole.
So I do a lot of research into this kind of stuff because I like this altered state of consciousness shit so much. Most religions that deal with reincarnation, I think like that there's a preference in all that lore for like when you reincarnate, you tend to like, unless you were really like some awful fucking person in a life or whatever, you tend to reincarnate within the bounds of your family, or at least like kind of peripherally, like within the community or some shit, or within the country or whatever. Like you kind of like you come back like within like the general vicinity, if not like right within your family. But I don't know, man. Like it's weird. Like I think sometimes like I be thinking about it and I'm like, I feel like I've been here before. I've done this thing before. But I'm just parroting myself from a couple episodes ago. The reason I'm bringing this up is because I'm just
part of me was like, what the fuck is parroting? And then I was like, oh, I get it now.
like
Stupid.
Yeah.
That's a chicken. Never mind. Yo, the reason I bring this up is a lot of people, to bring DMT up again, a lot of people seem to think that whatever like happens after you die, DMT isn't just a drug that like makes you impaired or whatever. Like DMT lets you see whatever the realm that we go to after we die or wherever we come from before we get here. It lets you see that for a second, and then like,
Jesus Christ.
yeah. So
That's very anxiety inducing for me because I don't know if I want to see that.
I'm trying to see it.
I want to see it.
I'm assuming you haven't done DMT yet.
No, because like that's something that's like it's kind of the type of illegal where like if you try to get it, you could get in trouble, I feel like.
Oh, like
So
real in trouble, not like marijuana in trouble anymore.
yeah, not like marijuana in trouble. Like if you got caught with like some weird smokable substance that's like like waxy and green or what, like I don't know how it looks. I'm sure it could look different depending on where you get it.
I like how he like mildly described it, and he's like, I don't know.
I don't know how it looks like.
I don't know.
I'm not gonna lie. When I think of DMT, I see like a frog. I don't know why.
That's because it comes from one of the natural sources in nature that it is still derived from by shamans in Peru, Chile, Brazil, and like stuff like that. And from like the Midwest too, in the Southwest, is from this toad called the Bufo alvarius, and that like it's that one of those like poison toads basically.
I
And
feel like I just typed in where does DMT come from, and Jan like gave it out.
I'm gonna just
Like-
look it up now.
Like my Google shit. I was like, hey Jan, where does DMT come from? You are so. Let me just say real quick, you are so well spoken. Not that I have in my mind subconsciously any unexpectation of that, but holy fuck, you know how to articulate very well.
Do
That's
I
very
though?
fire.
Because I feel like I kind of I feel like and I do take a little while to kind of explain things sometimes when I want to be more articulate, but
No,
like
that's dope.
I do use mad slang. I do say shit that like I curse a lot. You know, I feel like I curse a lot. I curse OD. So
I don't think so. I don't know. I feel like I don't. I feel like I would have felt it. Okay. When I'm I love that you're talking about like just long form convo and everything like that. But I love to analyze conversation while it's going on. Just because I love knowing how people speak, how people listen, what they're available to. Like body language is the only thing I kind of miss from person to person interaction because you
Yeah.
kind of could tell more so when someone's like you know, if I cross my arms, you could tell like maybe I'm not on your side about things,
You're
or I'm being a
guarded.
little guarded, exactly, right? Or
Yeah.
if you're just kind of like looking at someone, or you're just chilling. But that being said, cursing. Oh, I feel like the person I am, I'd have been like, dang, Jan curses a lot. I'd immediately would have just thrown it in your face. I'm like, holy fucking shit, fuck fan, damn. Like I would have just added on to it.
fuckity fuck.
Jan. Oh, but okay, so yeah, so it comes from a frog, is what you're saying. For
Yeah, so it comes out the venom that like because it is a venom, it's a fucking venomous frog, like it's a venomous toad.
Right.
If you squeeze this frog, this poor little frog that you're probably giving PTSD by manhandling, if you squeeze its back and you squirt the venom that's in its back out, like the glands in its back, and you squirt that out onto a surface, let it dry, scrape that up, and put that in a pipe or in a joint or whatever, and smoke that. That's DMT. That's like that's a
scares the shit
natural.
out of me.
But you know what's crazy about DMT? DMT just by itself, that's 5-MeO DMT, which is like, I mean, just like a version of DMT. It's not different from the DMT that you have in your body right now. And we also
Oh, I didn't even
all
know we
kind
had
of,
You
DMT
have
in our
DMT?
body.
yeah, everybody produces a little bit of DMT.
So if I
DMT
squeeze Karina's back, do you think I could get high from the oils that come out of it?
maybe nah, like it has to be like
You'll just
you
get
have to be
depressed.
you have to be real sweaty. You have to be a real sweaty, and then you have to go to that spot on people who wear glasses, like where the glasses touch the nose, and you have to
Right
get
here.
the blackheads. You have to get the blackheads and smoke those.
Oh, 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 God. Do you guys have blackheads?
Of course.
Yo, yeah, most of the time.
No, I mean like excessive blackheads. We all
Oh,
get
no. I
blackheads.
take them out.
How do you properly take them out without the like? Does it have to be those strips?
Yeah, those strips, and I use like a little like scalpel thing to like.
Scalpel. Jesus.
I don't really be taking mine out. I feel like I should, but I'm scared. Every time I try to, I have one of those little pimple scalpel things,
Yeah.
Mhm.
and it just kind of like every time I use it, I scar the fuck out of my nose.
See, I'm afraid of that, and I totally I can relate. I would be so afraid of doing that because you can't squeeze your shit, or else your nose looks like fucking Rudolph,
Mhm.
and then you're fucked. Jan, so I'm assuming because I feel like you've dropped DMT knowledge 3 times already in this episode. I don't know how many more times you've talked about DMT in your podcast.
It's at least in the. I feel like it's at 4 or 5 times.
I feel like you really want to do DMT.
I do, and I'm interested kind of in I'm interested in its like implications for like theology and for society and just like the human condition itself, because like psychedelics in general, I'm not talking about like all hard drugs, but like psychedelics in general make the human brain do shit like rewire itself. So like,
Yeah.
you know, like your brain will be sending signals on one highway, for example, on your brain, and then like doing the psychedelic drug will send all the signals like in 3 different other directions, but like all ultimately going to the same place, you know? So it's like, it's a very interesting thing for me. And I read a lot about like medical science just in the terms of consciousness, because I want to know about this shit. I want to know what happens before and after, like, because I feel like it could help enrich your experience here. If you know what's going to happen afterwards and you're not really afraid about like the end of what happens here anymore, like,
Right.
I mean, like, imagine how much more of like a burden off your shoulders you'll feel, and like how much more like with ease you'd be able to do everything in your life if you're not afraid of like the punctuation marks of life.
You ever done shrooms?
Oh yeah.
Like I've done both shrooms and dropped acid before.
Mhm.
Like I feel like when I did acid, it was like me feeling everything in like a molecular level, if that makes any sense.
No, that
Like
makes sense.
that sounds freaky as fuck, right? Like look at
Yeah.
her reaction. Like it was just kind of like, I remember like my girlfriend at the time, she brought me like a tangerine, and then shut the fuck up, Karina.
Didn't you
What's
eat the
wrong with-
foil, bro?
I did. Oh yeah. I forgot about that. Yo, so like they put it in a foil, right? And like I took it with the foil that it came with. And I didn't know. I was just like, oh, this is shiny. Is that what acid looks like? That might have been what made me really high from it. But yeah, like I felt like every little pulp in the tangerine, like I was just like everything around me was just so sensitive. And then compared to shrooms, like I feel like shrooms, like when I'm smacked right from bud, my brain kind of goes everywhere as it usually does, right? And then I'll get like a bit of paranoia, but then I'll just be like, like the whole time.
Yeah, you laugh it off. You're like,
You're like, and then, but when I eat shrooms, like I feel like my mind gets a chance to kind of like have all these thoughts, but then like kind of categorize it in a weird way. All that being said is that I see your fascination with the protein from all these things. Well, the protein from like the shrooms, but like I don't know what the fuck is in acid that particularly just shifts everything around. But that makes me so afraid to think of the idea of Karina having what was that?
I was just giving. I realized that not both of my hands are on. I was just like pointing at you. I'm like,
I was like, are we
pointing in
like,
agreement.
That reminds me that I would hate the idea of Karina being on any of those drugs, but I feel like it would kind of open up some stuff for you. I heard one person tell me like they were like, yo, like my whole mindset has changed after I took like shrooms, and I was just like, do I want that? Even though I did it already.
No, you know what it is too? It's like about it's about the way that it interacts with your brain, because you know like how we get dopamine and serotonin in one like little spot, like there's like a receptor, it's like a little port, it's like a USB port in our brain for like serotonin and like dopamine, the feel good shit. Like what shrooms and what acid and what psychedelics do is they go to that USB port and they pretend to be dopamine and serotonin, but they're not dopamine and serotonin, so they just go into your brain through that USB port and they're like
Oh my gosh.
they're just popping off.
I feel like all I could see there is like my USB port, like someone just trying to like put it in, but then it's never the right side the whole time. You just jam it in there.
You know, that's literally me when I wake up every morning and I try to organize myself for the day. It's fuck.
And then it's just that side. Somehow it just magically happens. I feel like that is such a this generation problem. I can only imagine like in the 90s and 80s, like maybe for them it was the cassettes, and for us it's like the USB port. It's like fuck, it's on the wrong side. That's why I'm glad. That's why I appreciate current generation iPhone chargers.
What do you think after? after this generation, after like the current generation that's like teenagers right now, what do you think like the generation after that? What do you think their like USB thing is going to be? Do you think they're going to have
Oh
one,
my
or is
god,
everybody going to have chips in their brain from Elon Musk? Like, what's up?
bro! I feel like we're so far from that.
We're
From a
not,
chip
bro.
in our brain. You don't think
Chip in
so?
our
Oh, we're
brain? You don't
not.
think
A
so?
chip in our brain?
No, with like before the end of the year, Elon Musk is going to be putting the first version of his Neuralink brain processor in like the first volunteer's head.
God bless whoever is the volunteer.
Yo, I'm getting one of those. Are you kidding me?
You
Like,
would do it?
are you kidding?
Oh,
Yo, the first version of the device is literally not it doesn't have any like processing or memory capabilities. It's just a neural shunt. So it's like for somebody like me who's lost a majority of their eyesight and has to wear like a eyesight corrective kind of lenses or whatever, or get surgery.
I got a little upset. I was like, why didn't he just say glasses?
Yeah, you know, I mean, when I'm in the heat of the moment, I'll say some real complicated shit, but then forget super simple words.
So it would fix your eyesight?
Yeah, but like that's the thing. Like,
Word?
yeah, it has the type of capability to where like they're two little tiny little electrode wires that are softer than even your brain that go into your brain. Like it'll go into one spot on your brain and then another spot of your brain, and your brain could use it like kind of. We don't understand why this is or why how our brains are so advanced or whatever, but like your brain could supplement that fucking wire, the device, as a channel to send its signals through. So I could straight up skip the optical nerve leaving my eye to my brain and just go straight through the device and just get HD, the fucking 4K straight to my
Ugh,
brain. You know what I mean?
that freaks me out. It's what's interesting is that like I'm glad you could see hope into that, and yet it makes me fun. It makes me laugh that like a lot of people are afraid of taking the vaccine right now because
Yeah,
like
yo,
that
it's
chip, having a
so
chip in your body, doing that shit compared to like something that could kind of like make up the virus
mm,
is like two different forms of extremes that I feel
mm-hmm.
like some people do not understand. But
And look,
yeah,
check it out. You know what else it could do? It could fucking help people who are quadriplegic and fucking like people who are paralyzed, basically. People with real ass disabilities. Like that device could act as like a kind of, it's like that halfway. It's like using a fucking extension cord. You know what I mean? But like on the
bruh.
inside of your body. It's basically, I mean, like it's more than that, but it's basically that.
What do you think entertainment wise though? Because I feel like this is why. Well, I'm in the back of my mind. I don't like knocking people who are afraid of the vaccine, but because I've become more so open to it, knowing
Mhm.
that so many people take it right now, I have
Mhm.
taken it. I'm kind of like more like I might do it, and that's mainly because of the safety of my family more than anything else.
Mm.
But and that being said, like science is moving every day, and where I could believe
Mhm.
something like that is possible from like Elon Musk. What do you guys think, entertainment wise, is the next thing? Like we had when the iPod was here, bro. That shit was
Mm.
booming. We had an iPod Mini, had the iPod Nano, had the iPod Video, and now we have iPhones. What the
Apple
fuck else do we
Watch.
have? We have Apple Watches because now that shit could play your phone.
Yep.
Um, I don't know. What do y'all think is next? What can we? What like like holographs? Like I feel like holographic is what we all think is the future, but it never
I
turns out to be that.
I think the next thing, realistically, I think the next thing that's gonna fucking knock everybody's socks off is we're gonna crack. We're so close to cracking because of this brain chip shit. We're close to cracking indistinguishable simulations, like being able to like go into a VR game or like a
Mhm.
simulated reality and have it be like almost completely indistinguishable from real life. Or I mean, this could be a simulation, but like having it be indistinguishable from this, whatever the fuck this is that we're living
Yeah.
right now.
I think
So.
people. I could agree with that because the part of VR that got so popular right now is the fact that of the gyroscoping, like knowing like your body and the technology knowing where one thing is, and you could just turn your
Mhm.
head and it's there, or
Mhm.
like or knowing how to get perfect length where it's like not like let's say like this mount being like this far away from me, and I don't know if you do video or not, but I
Yeah.
have a phone mount in front of me, and just knowing that a good amount of reach where it's comfortable to know that my elbows just extended like that and not like
Mhm.
this in comparison to length. It's very interesting. I can see that. What about
Yeah.
you, Karina?
No, I totally agree with that. Um.
Nah, bro, like gyro, like I love
Gyro.
gyros.
Yeah,
What do you?
simulations. No,
Is
but
there
yeah, I think
something,
so. I think we're almost there. Some kind of like Black Mirror shit. I can believe that.
Oh no,
Karina? What is there like something in particular that you're really scared of, technology wise, in the future?
Technology wise in the future,
Yeah.
concerts are gonna be on video and not in
yeah,
person.
that's my greatest fear. Concerts on demand. I'm like,
Oh,
no.
damn. Yeah, but I mean, I don't think that's ever gonna happen. Permanently, at least. The feelings, the vibes of being at a concert, they're just too powerful. Yo, before I forget and get too lost in another tangent, Eddin, you did tell me you had to go at 3, right?
You
I
could we could push it to 3:30. It's no big deal.
3:30. Okay, cool. Yeah,
Yeah.
I didn't want to have you feeling like I was holding you hostage or
No, I
anything.
would give you a face. I'd be like,
Wrap it up. Come on, let's go.
Jan, we got it. Jan,
Jan,
we gotta go.
Jan, I'm Mr. Hollywood now, Jan. Remember,
Jan, we gotta go now.
I'm good. Yo, congratulations, by the way, not only on being an uncle, but on that shit with Alex that you're doing at like the new studio that they
Oh
opened
yeah,
up. Oh
yeah,
shit. That's
yeah. What
cool,
the fuck
bro.
Media Studios? Yeah.
You want to talk about it?
Yeah, it's so it is a studio on 265 Canal that is open for people who would like to start their podcast now, or they already started their
Mhm.
podcast and they want to kind of go and get more like professional video and audio being done. Really nice backdrop. They got a photo studio, so you guys can get pro photos done. So if you don't got like that album art yet, y'all can get it now.
Mm,
Yeah, it's dope. The biggest thing about that studio is that it's for podcasters by podcasters. These are two people who, Weezy and Alex, who both really work strongly in the podcast world to length that it's like, I remember when I first started working on podcasts, which is, I can't believe to say it's 2 years ago, I would have never
wow.
thought working on podcasts would not only, help pay the bills, but like to see the impact of how many people really fuck with that shit. I remember knowing about podcasts when I was in college and I was just like, you want to listen to people talk for like 2 hours? Like that's kind of fucking weird. Why would you want to do that? Like we like vines, We
Mm.
wanna see 6 seconds of entertainment, not an hour or 2 hours. And then I shat on my own face and was like,
Where's
oh,
Vine
never
now?
mind. Yeah. Well, yeah, Vine isn't existent. We still like short forms of entertainment with TikTok, but
Mhm.
people just love it's like even if it's a video. This is how I encourage people to do video for podcasting. People love to see people's faces, and it's like what I said before. What's missing for me from this coronavirus experience is being able to properly interact with body language and facial recognition and just knowing how someone feels.
Mm.
That's why bullying back then, well, bullying, cyberbullying was a
Oh,
big
okay.
deal. It's because
Mhm.
these kids could literally just call you the worst fucking thing and they don't know what they're saying.
Mm.
And it's the same thing with convo. You gotta know how someone feels, how they're interacting. Even you guys nodding, I'm like, okay, cool. You guys understand. There's no
Yeah.
confusion. But
No, cyberbullying is a real issue.
oh yeah,
It's
it's a
a
real
real,
fucking thing.
even still, bro. Even still.
I can imagine. I think it's probably even worse now.
It's worse.
But I this is only just because I would try to do this for my kid, but I would want to make sure to be like, yeah, they're just saying this because they're too pussy to say this to you in your face. So
You
Mm.
gonna say
don't
it
take
to
it.
your nephew?
Don't take it to. I'll probably 100%. I'll tell them right now. I will go into that room.
Yo,
By the way,
listen.
babies just sleep for the first for few months. So like I will tell them while I sleep. I'm like, hey, so like don't worry about like all this stuff, okay? But all that's being said is that video is important, and that's why people should come by to the studio and record video and audio, because the video people could listen to you the whole time, and then they're like, "Dang, I wish I saw the reaction," and then you could just go on YouTube and then watch the reaction, and it's fun as fuck. So yeah, come to 265 Canal. What the fuck Media Studios? It's dope as hell.
265 Canal. What the
Canal.
fuck media?
Yeah, that's right. Even
Yo,
though I think on the papers it's WTF, but I feel like everyone just says what the fuck and it makes more sense.
yo, look, I'm gonna honor the name because it's a fire name, and I'm just gonna say what the fuck
It is.
because what the fuck? Well, why the fuck not? What the fuck?
Why the fuck did they open a studio during the pandemic?
Why the fuck
Yo,
not?
honestly, smartest shit ever though, because everybody and their mother's trying to do some podcasts right now, so
Yeah,
it's
for real.
lit. Yo, have they been busy? Like they just opened up, right?
We just opened up, so I mean they're filling up with appointments and everything. So that's the fire part.
Nice.
And we try to like get at least a week or 2 weeks in advance before we really lock in people. But yeah, we're all set. Like it's kind of crazy. We do have very expensive stuff, and when I say expensive, just because it's expensive it doesn't mean that it's good. But when I say expensive, I mean like this is some quality shit that
Yeah.
you could get some really quality content and use it to your best ability.
Listen,
Yeah.
Mr. DJ man, you and I both know because we be fucking around with Mr. DJ. Okay, you got the most expensive hobbies in the whole world, so let me tell you what's up.
I do.
Not even
I
hobbies
do.
because they make you money. You can't even call them a hobby.
And
But
that's why that's why I do this for jobs.
yeah, but I mean, like the reason why I bring that up is like I think just particularly like in these kind of what's the word that I'm looking for, in these fields really that you work within, that we work within. I think that the more expensive something is, generally speaking, the better that it is really. Like, you know what I
Yeah.
mean? Not everywhere is that the same thing. Like services in between people, like marketing and shit. Everybody knows that there are marketing scams, like people wanting to charge you $500 for a
100%.
blue check on Instagram, and that shit is not a blue check.
It's not worth it.
No, but I mean, like in terms of studio equipment, like cameras, high quality cameras, camera switchers. Y'all use OBS?
No, we have like a separate like professional recorder from Blackmagic to record
Oh
the video.
shit!
So they're not getting like, cause like you could record on OBS, right?
Mhm.
And if y'all don't know, OBS is like, it's like a program you could use to record video, or you could use it to stream and stuff. But like the video they get is like a nice like ProRes video, and like
Oh, nice.
it's easier on your computer, but it's like a bigger file. But man, that shit is so nice when you like want to crop it in for like fucking IG and all that shit. Mad good.
So how does it work? Does it work with memory? I want to get really geeky here for a second,
Yeah.
guys. Does it work?
You're
with
talking to
memory
two video
cards?
geeks right here.
Does it work with memory cards, or is it plugged straight into some sort of computer?
The one that we have, it uses SSDs.
Okay.
Yeah.
Oh shit!
Damn, that would have been good potential for SSDs nuts, but I'm not there yet right now. It's only 3:00.
Ah shit! You should have.
I know.
Damn, I'm gonna look for an opportunity to say D's nuts now.
Yeah.
Before in my last 10 minutes that I have, less than 10 minutes that I have with you guys. Shit, son. I'm trying to find a job. Y'all need an extra engineer. What's up?
Yo, we're actually looking for people, so we'll definitely have a conversation. We would like to have some more professionals to come on by. Alex is actually going to go to Miami to record another podcast for a while, so we're just looking for people like help around with the studio. So I'll definitely.
Are they? So I'm a watcher. Like the reason why I bring this up is not even just, and it's crazy that like our friendship continued to the point where like where these all these interests and like these things that I like coincided. But like I'm a watcher of Schultz's podcast. I love Schultz's podcast. I think that shit is mad funny. I love Alex on there. He's funny as fuck on there too. So is he going to Miami to do a different podcast, or is it Schultz's podcast that they're going to Miami for?
It is the Flagrant 2 podcast that they're gonna do in Miami.
Okay.
They wanted to switch it up. They have the ability to do it, and they're gonna do it, which is kind of wild as shit to me. So yeah, they're gonna go to Miami, record in Miami. I think they're gonna probably do some other stuff there too, which is like the biggest reason why they're doing it. But they were like, you know, fuck it, like let's go over there, find some other shit to do. Yeah, it's kind of interesting. A lot of content creators are moving around, but some of them moved way earlier than later. So like, you know, like Joe Rogan, Rogan went to Texas. Joey Diaz was another like California comedian, moved to New Jersey. Other people moved to Texas. Yeah, everybody's moving like to not random spots, but just anywhere from where they think is not the best idea.
Yeah, I would move. I'll tell you one thing, right? If I had Flagrant 2 money, I would go upstate New York, probably.
Upstate?
So I could stay close to the city because I love the city. And that's not to say that not everybody on that podcast loves the city, because they're about as New York as you can get on that podcast. But fucking I'm not a tropical person, bro. I'm not.
I am not a humidity person.
Yeah.
You know, I don't know if Florida is more humid.
It is.
It is, right? See,
Yeah.
not for me. I don't know if it's because I'm overweight and I just hate sweating, but I think even if I was like thinner and shit, and I'm just, it's the stuffiness. I hate that stuffiness. That fucks me up.
It's like moving through a wet blanket at all times.
Yo, does that not sound uncomfortable as fuck.
Yeah.
Like I would
Karina.
rather just be in the sun
Yeah.
burning my skin off than to be in a steamer.
I mean, it's either one is bad though. I mean, Colorado is dry. Have you guys been to Colorado?
No,
No.
let me tell you something, Jan. The only states I've been to are Florida,
Mhm.
The
Connecticut,
tri-state area.
Connecticut, New Jersey, New York, Massachusetts,
That's
and
it.
that's that, and Chicago. Well, not Chicago,
Oh.
Illinois. Yeah,
Oh, see, that's a lot of places.
it's I've never been west. I think Karina. Well, you went to Las Vegas.
I did
Mm.
You went to Las Vegas.
at
Oh.
one time.
You
Oh,
don't want to tell
yo.
Jan. You don't want to tell Jan why you went to Las Vegas.
Nah, it's too embarrassing, so I'd rather not.
No, it's not. Yo, tell him why you went to Las Vegas.
Karina, you don't have to tell me, of course, if you don't want to, but
No,
it
you're
would
gonna-
it would make me feel happy to know this secret reason because I'm intrigued now.
It's not that interesting. It basically, I went to Las Vegas to see Lady Gaga in concert, and then she ended up not performing.
Oh.
Gets me every time.
Man. Yo,
It hurt
my
to find
wallet,
out that she wasn't able to enjoy that, but man, it was a crime. I was like, when she said it to us, because me and Hector were hanging out when she went to go see Lady Gaga.
Mhm.
When she said it to us, I literally looked at Hector. And I'm like, of course that would happen.
He's gonna
Sam,
die.
that made my not only did that make my heart hurt, but my wallet also jumped out of my pocket and ran out the room just now.
Yeah. I mean, at least I got a refund for it. It's just like,
Oh shit. Okay, good. I was about to say. So I mean, you were only really out the airfare, which is still expensive, but fuck.
Yo, do you think
At
she
least
had
I-
Rona?
what?
You think she had Rona?
No.
Was it 2019?
This was 2019, yes.
Yeah, it was
December?
it was in the later times.
No. Because
It
she only
wasn't in
missed that
December?
one performance, and then she performed later, literally like 2 days after when I was leaving.
Well,
Christ.
nobody knew that COVID was maybe she caught it, had a super mild case, her symptoms were gone in like a day or two, and she's like, nah, I'm good.
I'm
And then
good.
she went out on stage and literally every single 18, 19-year-old intern working for her got COVID.
See,
Sucks for them, I guess.
endless opportunities.
Endless opportunities. Yo, before we go, before we wrap up, I mean, is there anything you guys is there any when's the next episode? Too much information coming out? What you guys want to promote, anything that you're working on? What's good? It's not like I have an audience, but it's still, I have a little bit. I have some people who like to listen to me talk, so you could tell them about whatever you're doing right now.
Everyone has people who want to listen to them talk.
Exactly.
You're
Don't-
right.
Never
You're
Don't ever
right.
put that anywhere down. But second of all, it's too much internet. Oh God, I can't believe you did this to us, Jan. I just want to say something real quick.
What's up?
I walked in here thinking we're gonna talk a lot more about coffee, and you 100% flipped it upside down.
I did
my
didn't I?
research. I did my research on espresso drinks. I did my research on different
You did
beans.
research? What a fucking
Mm.
nerd.
I was looking up. I literally have a page here. Oh, it's gone now. Oh no, I still have one more page because I wanted to ask you something before we plugged ourselves. Jan, you're in an island. Jan,
What's up?
you're in a deserted island.
Hit me with it.
And Jan, they were like, Jan, we can send you coffee if you want coffee really bad, Jan. We know
Okay.
you want food, but no, we're gonna just send you coffee. But we're only gonna send you very cheap coffee.
So they're sending me coffee, but they're not rescuing
They're
me.
not
Just
gonna
getting that clear.
rescue you yet. Not yet. Not
Okay,
yet until
alright.
you have this one cup of coffee because they want to see how bougie you are with your coffee beans.
Okay.
And you have a choice between Folgers, 8 o'clock coffee. Well, no, I know what you would do. I knew you would do this one, so I'm not gonna say this one.
Okay.
Maxwell House,
Mm.
chock full of nuts. and Dunkin'. Which one are you having, Jan?
What was the last one?
Dunkin'.
Okay. Do I want diarrhea?
Or diarrhea. Or diarrhea. Or diarrhea.
Let me see. You know what? Dunkin' Donuts literally just tastes like bean water. It tastes like,
It tastes like bean water.
yeah, right. It doesn't even taste like coffee bean water. It tastes like straight up frijoles in like a cup of tap water, warm room temperature tap water. That's what it tastes like to me. But maybe not Dunkin'. So shit, this is a good question. Fuck. Let me see.
Here I am walking into a barista podcast, thinking we're gonna talk more about it. Why do you think I started off with?
It's because you didn't know. You did the research that matters, but
That's right.
but not the research that makes sense in my reality.
No, that's what you flipped the script on me. You were like, in an alternate universe. I was like, huh? Nani?
You know that meme? Fuck, what's the meme of like Dwight from The Office? Y'all watch The Office, right?
Oh yeah. Well, no, not
No, y'all watch. Oh, I'm stupid because you're literally wearing an office
No.
sweater right now.
Not at all.
Not at all. That like there's a office meme of like Dwight and Angela standing next to each other, and like in the top frame, Dwight doesn't know that Angela's standing next to him, and then there's text on Dwight and text on Angela, and then the bottom frame he realizes she's there, and he's like, oh,
Yeah,
fuck.
he's like, what the fuck? Yeah, I remember that.
That's like me and all those coffees on that list you just. I'm like, oh fuck.
This is what I need. All right, Jan, which one? Don't you sidetrack me here?
All right, you know what? I'm going with.
Are you getting
good old fashioned Folgers?
Folgers? You know what's interesting? I feel like Folgers is probably the best choice there.
Yeah, is it Folgers or Folgers?
It's whatever your heart desires, because you're in this deserted island, Jen.
Okay, so what? How soon after I drink that shit coffee are they gonna fucking rescue me? Because I can imagine that would be awful for any island with any coffee like that would be awful.
What does that mean?
What you mean?
Oh, rescue. What does rescue mean?
I mean, like
you're gonna just have those Folgers in. They're gonna keep you there. They were never gonna rescue you. They were gonna just give you the coffee and that's it. Are you gonna put anything in it? You don't really put anything in your coffee, right?
You know what? If it's Folgers, I'm doing that. I'm putting fucking creamer. I'm putting flavored creamer. I'm putting flavored creamer in my coffee if it's Folgers.
Karina, you don't put. I mean, you don't. Do you know any of those brands that I just named?
I've heard of them once in my life.
If you were to have one of those, right? What would you? This is cheap coffee.
I can't say because I don't know what they taste like.
No. I understand. I'm saying what I'm gonna say is, what would you put in it to chug it down?
Some creamer, yeah, some vanilla creamer, I guess.
Oh,
some good old fashioned lots of pulp orange juice. That's what I'm putting in.
Mad orange juice, some soy sauce,
some chocolate chips in there.
Yo, you guys know how to say Worcestershire sauce? How do you say that sauce?
I thought it was Worcestershire sauce.
It's Worcestershire sauce?
Yeah, Worcestershire sauce. Sauce.
Gordon Ramsay would be so upset with me.
It's that shit that they put in Bloody Marys that I can't indulge in.
They put steak sauce in Bloody Marys?
That's not even steak sauce. It's like something else. Oh, now I'm gonna Google it because I'm curious. Hold on. First of all, I'm not gonna pretend I know how to spell it. Worcestershire. Oh, there you go. Well, first of all, it's spelled like Worcestershire, but Worcestershire sauce is made of vinegar, anchovies, molasses, tamarind, onion, garlic, and other seasonings.
Wow. See, I like that shit, and I didn't know that it had that stinky ass anchovy shit in there.
Yeah. Yeah. Karina loves anchovies. I remember on the film set that we were in one time in college. I remember her being like, Eddin, I love anchovies. Make you sure this pie has anchovies. And then I got it. Right, Karina?
How was it?
Well, it wasn't really like that, Karina. How did that go again? I forgot.
Can you please order the pie? Just cheese. Please and thank you. He orders it with the anchovies. I'm just like.
I guess it was like that, huh? Guess you didn't ask me to order anchovies. That was an accident that I fucked up on.
Oh my gosh.
I would love to do the plugging for the Too Much Information podcast, but I think Karina should do it.
Too much information.
So follow us at what's it called?
Fuck. I knew this was gonna happen.
Too much.
Let me look it up.
No sé qué es el podcast. Si tú quieres, es un podcast de información.
Oh no, we changed it. That's right.
No, we didn't. It's the same shit.
Oh yeah. Follow us at too-much.internet on IG.
Right.
And
so it's too much
internet.
Information.
Internet.
No, too much internet.
You know what?
Correct.
Everybody follow the Angry Bartender. That's right.
Everybody follow the Angry Retail Associate.
The retail
that's-
associate.
That's what I'm about to be if I don't find a job all over again.
That's fair. You could be both. You could be both a retail associate and
Bro,
a barista.
Fuck it. I would rather part-time produce podcasts and live on a very limited budget than fucking go back
That's
to
fair.
retail. I'm out of this
That's
bitch,
fair.
bro.
Retail
out
tough
this
as
bitch.
fuck.
I'm out food serve. Like the Angry Barista. This is at the end of the podcast is where you're getting the anger. This is how you get it. At the Angry Barista is really angry at food service and retail. I don't know if I could do either of those again, but let's see what happens.
But you want to open up your own spot, don't you?
I do, but that's different from working for somebody who owns
true.
a spot.
That's true.
Like I'm probably gonna be a good boss when I own my own spot.
I can see that.
I mean, is it good
Like
to
how you
work?
say probably.
Probably, cause like sometimes you're gonna have to make some hard decisions.
The future is uncertain. You can still be a good boss and make hard decisions. Not
Yeah.
everyone's gonna like them.
Yup. You just have to be used to, like, if you want any kind of position where you get a say over even just your own life, you got to be willing to make some hard decisions. And with that being said, let's go ahead and put a bow on this episode. I'm not going to keep you. It's 3:33. That's a magical time. You should make a wish. It's not just 11:11. But anyways, I love you guys so much.
Love you too.
Thank you for gracing me. Thank you for hosting. Everybody say thank you to Eddin for hosting this and recording it for me because I couldn't get my shit to work.
Much. He hates that so much because he knows that that's my Instagram name. He hates it.
I hate it. I hate it. But listen, shout out. I love you guys. And with that being said, stay angry or not. That's it. We done.
Great.
I was like, wait, I haven't heard his podcast. I don't know if this is how he ends it. Do you end it saying stay angry?
Yeah, stay angry or not.
That's cool.
And that's it. That's the end of the show. That's the end of the show.
All
Hold on
right.
one second. Let me have it. Let me stop the recording.